So this is just a playthrough of the Animatronic Seaman which I've created, which you can see in the webcam up in the top right hand corner there. If you're looking to get some more context for this, you're probably best watching the other video first, which goes into some detail about it, and I'll link that now.
So let me inquire, are you a male or a female? You're a male of the species, eh?
You can speak to this.
Well, I was hoping
you can speak to this
lady,
using audio or by
I'm
typing
not
in
a
there,
position to
but
be
I'm
too
just doing it
choosy,
using
am
the
I?
buttons for now.
Tell me, what do you do for a living? You work with computers? So you get to sit and stare in front of a monitor all day long. I hear that can be bad for your back and eyes. I hope you do stretches and take lots of breaks. Do you work pretty long hours? At least it's something absorbing and interesting. Look at it that way. And you must take pride in your work, spending that much time at it. I was wondering, are you married? You're unmarried? Really? Hey, that's okay. Don't listen to people who say you need to get married. It's an antiquated notion, really. Tell me something. Do you like girls? Then do you have a girlfriend? You do have a girlfriend? I'm not surprised, you stud. You know, some people say that like most video game characters, I'm not real and that I don't exist. Can you believe this? It's a bit of a shock to say the least. I mean, if I don't exist, then what am I? Am I just some imaginary creature? I mean, do you think I exist? Well, at least you believe in me, which is good because I believe in you too. But I want you to know that I exist beyond the realms of an imaginary creature. I am real. I have another question for you, and it's a serious one, so no fooling around. Do you like yourself? So you're saying you dislike yourself, am I right? Well, you should like yourself. You can't count on anybody else to like you. You know, over the centuries, human beliefs have ranged a wide berth. All sorts of people argue incessantly about their idols, their gods, and now it seems that people have narrowed it down to only a few. You being the human I'm the closest to, I'd really like to know what you think of this subject. More exactly, do you believe in a god or gods or some sort of supreme being? So you think there's no God, is that right? Apparently not everybody needs to think of themselves as small and weak compared to some larger force. Maybe you get all the strength you need from inside yourself. That's interesting. All right, you've given me plenty to ponder, but here's what I really want to know, what my questions have been leading up to. Ready? I want you to think about this and give me a serious answer. Do you think you're a good person? Is that so? Politicians often complain that your society would be more ethical if more humans were religious, and yet even though you don't belong to any organized religion, you consider yourself a good person. Perhaps politicians are not as smart as they think. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume you like music. It's another medium you humans are fascinated with. Well, what kind of music do you listen to? Rock, hip-hop, what? Reggae? That's great, man. Much of the lyrics deal with social change. Of course, many reggae lyrics also deal with certain illegal plants. What do you think is the best thing about being an adult? Since you don't get an allowance, I can see why you'd want to have your own money. When you're an adult, though, you've got to pay for things too, like rent, transportation, food. If you have any money left at that point, consider yourself lucky. What scares you the most? The idea of being suddenly alone is very upsetting. I've often thought of what it would be like if suddenly you left me alone. Very scary. So, what's the one thing you like most about yourself? You don't know? Come on, there has to be something special you like about yourself. Think about it and let's try again. What do you like best about yourself? So, you think you're pretty smart, hmm? Well, it's a good thing I'm being taken care of by a smart person. I can't have you trying to feed me caviar or something. I know you said you like yourself, and that's great, but I mean, you're not perfect. Nobody is, except maybe me. There's got to be something you don't like about yourself. So, if you had to pick the one thing that you dislike most about yourself, what would it be? Your face? Come on, lighten up. Your face is fine, unless I happen to be addressing a warthog at the moment. So, I think it's really interesting that when I asked you what you liked best about yourself, you did not choose a physical characteristic. You must recognize that physical appearance is not the most important thing. In fact, how attractive a person is often has little or nothing to do with what they actually look like. You know what I mean. So tell me, do you think you're attractive? You think you're unattractive? You know, it's probably your belief that you're unattractive that's making you less attractive. I hate to sound like somebody's mother, but regardless of what you look like, if you believe you're attractive, your positive attitude and self-confidence will reveal themselves in your physical demeanor. A person's charm is much more alluring than the size and shape of their body. So I know you don't think you're very attractive, but do you think other people find you attractive? So you think people find you unattractive? So, you don't think you're attractive, and you don't think other people find you attractive. Well, if you really think you're not so great in the looks department, maybe you should work on other things that might make you attractive. Or maybe you're just being hard on yourself. Who knows? So, not too long ago I asked you if you liked yourself. Now I have a slightly different question for you. Do you think other people like you? You do think people... Well, that's good. You like yourself, and you think other people like you. That sounds pretty healthy.